Hey guys, for today's movie review, I'm going to be talking about this new raunchy animated comedy that stars a huge comedy ensemble like Seth Rogen and Jonah Hill, James Franco, Craig Robinson, just a huge cast. This is the new film Sausage Party. It's definitely a very raunchy R-rated animated comedy that they really tried to push the R-rated rating to its limits. In this film Sausage Party, it's about a package of hot dogs at a grocery store, and all these products in this grocery store are alive, and they have feelings and personal lives and emotions, and they believe whenever they're checked out at this store by customers and they're taken outside, they're taken to so-called the great beyond, where all their wildest dreams will come true, that they're chosen by gods to live the lives that they've always meant to. But unfortunately, any food product that does leave the grocery store and gets chosen for this learns the real truth behind what happens to grocery store items once they leave the store, and that kind of messes with these food products' um, perception of gods and religions, and why were we born to be eaten and killed and all this other stuff. And so the comedy comes in where how do food products feel about us eating them and using them for these for use from this grocery store, that we just kind of take them home and do these horrible things to them and stuff like that. So Seth Rogen's character gets pushed out of this hot dog package by accident in the grocery store, and he finds out through these old whiskey bottles that have been around the store for a while that this is the real fate of food products in the store. And so Seth Rogen his hot dog tries to warn everybody. He tries to tell all the friends and family and other grocery store aisles about this, and this starts a war between this grocery store and people, and how food want to live their lives, and how people still want to have these food from this grocery store, but the grocery store items still want to have their lives. So it's all about food versus humans, I guess. So for my positives and negatives of Sausage Party, you guys, I did think that this was a very great concept. I think it was a very um, well executed original concept for an animated film. It was just a lot of fun to watch. It's a very inventive concept. I think that's what I liked about it. Just a really interesting concept for a film. I also like how Sausage Party pushes its R ratings to its limits. There's a lot of scenes here where you are very shocked as to how much they're able to get away with an R rated film like this, that they're able to really push it to its limits and do whatever they want to in an R rated film like this. There's also great voice acting in this film. We get Edward Norton, Kristen Wiig, Seth Rogen, a really huge acting ensemble here. Salma Hayek plays a taco in this film as well, which I thought was really funny. So, great voice cast in this film. There's also some very funny moments in this film. There's a lot of moments, once again, where you're shocked that they're able to show it in like a public theater, but it's very funny, very effective. Definitely a lot of belly laughs in this film, so just very, very funny. I also like how this film is disguised as like a cute animated movie that like Pixar or DreamWorks would make, and this film's about like, even though it might be cute and inviting like one of those films, it's definitely not one of those films. So I like how it disguised itself. It's something that it wasn't, but it still maintains that look of that film that you think you're getting into. So I liked how this film kind of played off of that a little bit. I also thought there was a unique closure scene in this film that I really can't talk about because it would be a spoiler, but I think it's a very unique way to wrap up a film. For a film that's so out there like this, about, food products having emotions and having a fourth dimension, where we see just food products as food, and in the fourth dimension, the foods have emotions and they have lives and they have reactions to things that we're about to do to them and things like that. So the closure scene in this film, for being so far out there as it is, I thought they closed it in a very interesting way. So I don't want to ruin what it is, but for those who see the film, the way they wrap it up right before the credits start rolling, I thought was very unique for this film. I also like the film's odd view on religion and destiny, how, these food are promised these like great things when they go to the great beyond outside the grocery store. And that's not what they were, that's definitely not something that happens to them. I also like how this film has a lot of things to say about destiny, how, these hot dogs really want to do these great things when they reach the great beyond, and it's really too bad that people are going to treat them the way they're about to be treated and things like that. So I like this film's odd view on religion and destiny. Not a good way to perceive religion and destiny, but it's a very odd view. It's an odd view that's kind of appropriate for very raunchy, unusual comedy like this film. For negatives of Sausage Party, I think the profanity is way overused in this film. I'm normally pretty good about being like, okay, I get it. They're saying the F word a lot, but it gets to the point where it's just like, okay, we get it. All these foods are swearing and they're just saying every cuss word off the book, and it gets really annoying. So the use of profanity I thought was way overboard in this film. Another negative I have with the film is there's a very annoying villainous character in this film. I don't even know what this character was supposed to be. I don't know if it was like a lotion bottle or a coffee creamer or something. It kept bothering all these other food products throughout the film. Just very annoying. I thought there was enough conflicts going on in this film where they really don't need this character. He just kind of came off as annoying. I know while the film was probably being written, the writers probably viewed this character as funny. I just didn't like this like lotion bottle thing that followed him around this film. He had like these big muscles and stuff. Just an annoying villain that I really cannot get into in this film. I also thought the film's sense of humor kind of wore off after a while. I thought it was really funny at first how, it's cute little animated comedy and they're saying all these really horrible things and stuff. But it kind of wears off after a while. And I think that's saying something about the content. I think that means that the film has a hard time maintaining its freshness throughout the course of the film. It just doesn't quite know how to maintain fresh humor throughout the course of the film. And I think that's something that the script really suffered from. I also thought the third act of this film was very sloppy. It's felt like a Saving Private Ryan kind of thing, mixed with food versus people, mixed with food finally getting their way with people, and it was just very, very, very all over the place. There's a scene towards the third act that you will really not believe at all that they were able to show in a public theater. Was completely shocked that what I was looking at during the third act of this film, or what they were able to get away with in an animated film like this one. Another negative I have with Sausage Party is there's just not many great characters. I failed to think of a character in this film that I absolutely loved, and I didn't. I mean, I liked a lot of the characters. I wasn't completely in love with them. They either got eaten or thrown away, or something bad happened to them, or they left the film abruptly. I just really didn't fall in love with these characters in this film the way I thought I was going to. So overall, I'm going to give Sausage Party a 7.5 out of 10. I think there's a lot of great things going for it. I think it'll be remembered for its very unique concept, but unfortunately, the overuse of profanity, its annoying villain, its sense of humor wearing off very quickly into the runtime, a very sloppy third act, and not a lot of memorable characters, I think it's what's going to wear this film down for a lot of people, and might cause some people to not like this film too much. But for the positives, it really had a great concept. I thought it pushed the R rating to its limits very well at times, but not so well at others. It has a great voice cast. It's very funny. It has a cute animated movie look to it I thought was very effective. Has a unique closure scene and an odd view on religion and destiny that I think works for a very odd film like this one. So 7.5 out of 10 for me. I think it's worth a view. I really can't see myself watching this film again, but I love it for its concept. It's just too bad that the profanity and the villain and the humor that has a hard time maintaining its freshness, and the third act being sloppy, and the characters not being too compelling, as I think what's going to wear this film down. So 7.5 out of 10. It's an okay film. It's just not a great film.